Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and I'm so very grateful and thankful that you are here with me today. It's been a while, I know. I've said last time in a post that I made that my computer was done, so I had to get a new one. However, it took me a bit to save up a bit of money for that because I wasn't actually prepared for it, even though I knew it was coming. So here we go. I mean, I've had the computer for like 13 years, so you could say that it was like done. So yeah, and sadly my phone wasn't really working either because it keeps on saying that my I don't have enough space, even though it's a pretty new phone. So I'm like, how does that work? But anyway, we're here, we're back, and I'm really here to stay. I really want to do this for you guys, and on top of that, I wanted to let you guys know in between. However, there was a bit of I've actually got a new job as well, and it does give me more hours, so I do work a lot more than that I used to have, which at the same time does give me a little bit less of free time, I guess, for now. But we're working towards doing this full time and not needing this other job. But however, for now I do need the other job, otherwise, money. Speaking of money, let's get right into this reading, because I picked up on a very interesting energy here. I see that there might have been some secretive motives behind financial stability or financial situations in your life. I have the moon and I have Two of Pentacles. I see there has been some secrets coming to light about money, either money issues or money, getting money, losing money. It's not really, I don't feel it's you that's being secretive or not fully honest about your finances. I do feel like that someone you is not being very truthful about their financial situation. They might actually been struggling, or they are still struggling with financial situations. They might have a debt that they didn't tell you about, and with the moon, of course, that's coming to light. At some point, someone can no longer hide the fact that they are struggling with money. Or you might think like, hey, you said you had all this money, but why now all of a sudden you need money from me, or you're lending money from someone else, or friends or family? And so what's not that you're telling me right now that I need to know? Because you, of course, also need to know about this if you are directly involved with someone, or you might plan on being with someone. I always feel like when it's not always like that, of course, but I do feel like if someone says to you that they have a lot of money, for example, you have to be careful with, is this true or not? Sometimes people want to sound bigger and more interesting, and they want to say like, yeah, I got all these things, and I have all this money, and I have a financial plan, or I have such a stable and good job, that I make such good money. I do feel like, however, when this comes to light, or when this came to light, because it's kind of in your near your near past, so I feel like it's unraveling right now. It's unraveling at this point in your life. So what I do want to say is that you are actually focused on working towards your own happiness, working, and it doesn't have to be, of course, about money. It can be about anything. I mean, there's the saying, money doesn't buy you happiness. I mean, money is good to have, but is it really only something that will make you happy? Of course not. But I think that when this thing is coming to light, if it hasn't already, and things are unraveling for you, you are going to take a stance in what you believe in what you are focused on, because like I see here that this person has left 2 swords behind already, so which tells me that they are no longer needing these 2 swords. They are already left. It's already gone. But there's still work to be done here. There's still work to be done, and there are still progress in the situation, like processing, but also taking or thinking about, like, what can I do to improve this? What can I do to improve this situation? Or, moreover, what is going to make me happy? Like the joy, everything, the positivity. You're working towards bettering a situation. So this could indicate that you're gonna leave someone, or you're gonna say, hey, you have to be honest with me right now. You have to be honest and tell me what it is that is happening with our finances. And if so, can I help? Or if so, what can we do to make this work or make this better for ourselves? And if that means that you have to leave someone, so be it, okay? Or just leave someone behind. I do see that in your near future we have the Knight of Wands and the Six of Cups. So it does feel like you are starting a new journey of some kind. Since this usually indicates a younger person, and we have a younger person together with an adult as well, it might just indicate to me that you are gonna go ahead and leave with your child. But it could also be, for some of you of course, that the child might be in a financial situation which you don't know anything about at first, but when someone is struggling, it always comes to light. There's a nostalgic energy though, with of course the Six of Cups. They usually tells about nostalgia, so I do think, feel that in your near future, I can see that you are working towards, well, first of all, you're gonna work towards your happiness, which also can bring up old memories. You might meet someone again that you had a past with, And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, by the way. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but it can also be like an old friend from high school, or a friend from even before that, like a school friend, or like a neighborhood friend that you've lost contact with a long time ago, and then suddenly you meet each other again somewhere, and you go like, oh hey, let's drink coffee together and catch up, and then you will, you know, share the memories together again, like how it was back in the day. And okay, that might sound a bit old back in the day, but you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. So yeah, I see you working towards something here. You're working towards your own happiness. You might even, when there was a struggle in finances, perhaps you are climbing out of this hole of finance situations, and you are possibly have denied yourself a lot of things because of this. Or I don't know, for some of you it might be that like a partner told you like, no, we don't have finances for that. Oh no, you can do that because we don't have the money for this. I mean, yes, with the Two of Pentacles, I can see that there has been a struggle, like a balancing of finances, and it wasn't very stable. However, it could be that for some of you, this could have been like a tactic to keep you stuck and not do something for yourself. Either whether this partner or whoever doesn't want you to do something for yourself. But right now I see that you are no longer doing that. You are now choosing to pick something that you like, and you're gonna do it no matter what. I think sometimes it's not just financial, but it's also our own ability to deny ourselves something. Like, I know I like this so much, but my finances are not that great. Or of course you have to have the money. Not that I'm saying like you should spend whatever money and then be in trouble, you know. That's not what I'm saying either. But I think though we do sometimes tend to not give ourselves things that we really like to do, and I'm really saying that with something, because I do see here with the Emperor and the Sun that when you are going to choose what it is that you want to do, like I said, it can be a yoga class, you can start picking up yoga again, or going to the gym, or a pottery class, or perhaps a photography class, or anything really. You don't always have to be the greatest at it, but you can be very passionate about it. You can be very fiery and passionate about it. The Emperor can also stand for someone who is a father figure. So it could be for some of you that you might meet someone that is becoming like a father figure to you when you start doing a new thing. It could be a dance class, a pottery class, yoga, gym, whatever it is that you want to do. It has to do with something that you are very positive about. You're gonna shine again. You're gonna go feel like yourself again, basically. I feel with this reading that this is about someone who has put themselves away for a long time, and because of it could be because of financial. I mean, maybe even someone put you in a very dire situation when it came to finances. So it took you a long time, or at least a bit, to come back up again. You're crawling out of this hole that you might also have dug for yourself. As in, like, a mindset that, like, oh, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to do something for myself because I have AYZ responsibilities that I have to take care of. Of course, not everybody can just, pick up something and do something. When it comes to how do I say it? Like doing so, like a class of some sort. You do need, for example, when you have small children, you cannot just leave your small children at home and be like, well, I'm going by, But just what I'm saying is that I feel like in your own mindset, you don't deserve all of these things. You don't feel like you have taken a lot of good care of yourself. You're always doing things for someone else. And so this could also be the financial struggle. But I do feel like it has been someone in your immediate that hasn't been very honest about their financial situations. Perhaps this is also a reason why right now at the past there was a bit of a struggle with the money. But right now you are taking that stance. You are taking the stance. So let's dive a little bit deeper into this. So what does the moon want to reveal for whoever this message is? What does the moon want to reveal? 5 of Swords. Yeah. So I can see that there has been a lot of conflicts. And now that I see the Page of Wands, I feel like there has been a lot of conflict and secrets about financial stability and about financial situations. And I do believe right now, what I'm getting through is that this might actually be about your child. Since I have the Page of Wands and it's obviously a much younger person, it can also be that you are with someone that is younger, which is also okay, of course. So that can be that they pretended to have more money. Perhaps if it is your child, there can be that they had made a lot of debt due to poor choices that they've made. Perhaps they wanted to invest in something and it didn't go through. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with investment. I hear the word investment, so it could be that that's the thing, where they made a lot of losses there. Tell me more about the 7 of Swords. So it could well be that either your younger partner or your child made the wrong choices in a path that they shouldn't have gone through, and you have perhaps they came to you knocking on your door like, hey, mom or dad, I did this and that, can you loan me some money? Or I have to pay off this and that, can you loan me some money? I mean, it doesn't have to be investment, of course, but I feel like somehow it is with the 7 of Swords, there's the 7 of Cups. Choices. You have to think about these choices. You really do need to make some decisions and choices to be made. And you have to, of course, always be careful with what choice you go with. Especially if it's about someone that you really, really care about. I do think it's good to stand your ground, to take a stance against loaning more money. Because the more I get into this reading, the more I get through about lending money to someone, a younger person. So that's why I feel it's your child, or it could also be a family member who's younger. It doesn't necessarily have to be your child, of course. It can be someone that is younger than you. But I want you to be careful. I want you to make the right choice for yourself. I cannot say to you what that is. Like, I'm not gonna decide for you. That's completely up to you. With everything that I say, I just tell you what I get through from the angels, and that's the message that I will give you. However, I also want you to still make the right choice and think for yourself what that is. Like, you know, because not every choice is going to be the best choice. But I do see already that the choice that you're making, it's going to make you very happy. It's going to put you in more of like, you're going to be calmer. You're going to feel better about it. And even though it might be a hard choice at first, it can of course always be that in the beginning you don't feel good about it at all. But in the long run, I am feeling that you are going to be so happy. And whether that does mean that you have to take a step back and be like, this is your choice now. This is your King of Cups with the happiness. So yeah, see, this is what I feel, but this is what I'm getting through. Like, once you made this decision, a choice, and I do feel more so than it is that you are no longer feeling fully responsible for this financial situation that someone else created. You're going to be more in tune with your own emotions. You're going to be more in tune with your own feelings and your own feelings and your own emotions. They are going to be less all over the place and more calm. That's what I'm getting through right now. The decision that you're going to make is making you calmer and are going to make you more happy. Your emotions are going to be more positive and more relaxed and more in check. You're not going to feel like you're walking on eggshells any longer. You are going to feel that you've made the right decision for you. And you cannot always help someone. See, because with this, Knight of Wands, and we now have the Knight of Pentacles together. You are going to improve your own finances. You are marching towards feeling less struggling with money and building up this thing that your finances again. You're building up your finances again to make you feel better again, like to make you feel more stable again, which obviously takes time. Especially I can't speak for everybody how long that's going to take, because for some of you that might be a bit longer than other times, for other people. However, you're gonna still work on that, and it's growing again, and you're gonna feel stable again. You are gonna feel happy again. Your emotions are less, like, I feel like a lot of stress is going to lift off your shoulders because you made the right decision for yourself. I mean, at some point, a child becomes an adult and they have to make their own decisions. And if it's not your child, it can be a family member that's younger, a sister, a brother, it can be a niece, a nephew. But I do see, or even a friend, or like I said, a partner that is younger than you. Younger people might not always see what they are doing, and they have to learn the hard way sometimes. It's kind of a bit mean to say, but I know you want to help. That's always a good thing, of course, but you have to do it in your own means. You cannot deny yourself any longer anything else because you're trying to help other people. And they can call you selfish, they can call you whatever name in the book they might call you. It doesn't matter. I think in the end of the day, they are going to realize that you were right. Ooh, with the nostalgia, there's the High Priest. So yeah, I do feel that with the High Priest, you're going more towards within yourself and bring back memories or lost ideas or lost interest, and see what will work for you still and what does not. You are going to reinvent yourself. You are going to blossom. I really feel it when I look at this, like she's soaring up in the sky, and I feel like that's going to be you. Again, there's the moon. So of course there's hidden things. You will find things back, but like within yourself, like feelings, things that you really wanted in life and didn't get through to yet, and now it's a good time to start doing that. You are going to lift yourself up, like I said in the beginning, crawling back out of this hole that might not even been your own hole, and then, you know, see, people created this hole for you and you were in it, but you no longer want that. And so you are really going to find your, can I say this? I feel a little bit stupid, but again, that's what I'm getting in my head. Mojo back. I don't know if that's a good word to use, but that's what I'm getting. If that's what I'm getting, mojo back. So what I'm just trying to say is, like, you are going to get your life, like your enjoyment of life back. Wow, I didn't know that when I came back I would have such a pretty serious topic already that I'm picking up on, but I think it's a very important one, so I do want to start off with this one. But yeah, I truly hope and wish for you guys really to just go within yourself and see what you want. And it's going to be hard to deny someone that you really care for certain things, because that's not in your nature, that's not something that you want to do for someone that you love, but you have to, because it's for yourself, it's for you. You need to check what you want to do with your life. So we're gonna ask, what's the Emperor doing here? Can we get like a clarification for the Emperor? Whew. Well. Tower moment. Yeah, so it was almost to be expected for this to come out, I feel, because I do think that the moment you are deciding for yourself, which you probably are doing now, because I feel like in the near past, things came out financially, and so you are making a decision right now. You are stuck in this decision making, which obviously feels uncertain. There's an uncertainty about how to go about this, what to do with this decision, what to do, what's going to happen right now. But what I do see is that with the Emperor, you're going to tap into this energy of the Emperor, so passionate, fiery, which does crumble down the tower, but it does end up giving you a chance to rebuild your life, rebuild your future, rebuild right now what you want to do and want to do with your life. Let's just say it like that. These decisions are hard, so the tower moment seems to be inevitable, with the whole decision making about possibly cutting someone off, or just saying simply like, hey, I cannot help you anymore, you have to figure it out yourself right now. How much I want to help you, I just can't, no longer. I mean, I have to work on myself as well, I have to think of myself as well, and I cannot do this anymore. And you're perfectly fine in saying that. Well, I feel like we are always feeling sort of almost like obligated to help someone if they are in dire need of something. especially if we love someone. However, I do feel like, do we really have to when we are basically pushing ourselves away and possibly even pause our own life for making other people happy? We have to think about this. In what way and how far can we go with that? Because we're only a short time here right now, and even though I do believe in reincarnation and things like that, that doesn't mean, I mean, we still have this one life right now as this vessel that we're in, and we have to make the most out of it. So I want that for everybody. Just saying, even if this reading was like, that's not my reading, I still hope that maybe. So yeah, Knight of Swords with the Sun. I feel like your mindset is changing, and it's going to be for the better. You're moving towards a better mindset about yourself, and actually not denying yourself any longer in what you deserve yourself, making things happen for yourself, doing the things that you want. I feel like for some of you, well, most of you most likely, is that you have denied yourself so many things because you were busy helping other people getting out of their own misery and their own bad decisions. And I get it, as a parent, you want to do that if it's your child. If it's your family member, you want to do it because it's your family member. You want to do it because it's your partner. You want to do it because you love this person. But we have to remember that we count as well. And especially now, when nobody's actually paying attention to you, you have to do it 10 times more for yourself. I hope you really, really will take this into account when you make decisions. Of course, not to be fully selfish, but sometimes, you have to be a little bit selfish, if you get what I'm saying. So take what resonates, and I do really hope to see you guys in the next one. I really do love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.